Hello, this is Captain Andreas, and I'll show you what I look like at the moment. That's me. Well, it looks like the younger me, but you know. Anyway, so I'm wearing this sea green heavy armour because I was attacked a few times by NPCs. I was going in the wrong places to meet the nicest people, and you know that happens when you go sticking your nose in where it ain't wanted. So today I'm currently at Arc L1. I'm hoping the game won't crash and the universe won't implode upon me. So I am going to keep my helmet on just because I might be opening the doors and I don't want to forget. So we've got the Carrack today, and I've also got this little rented, I can't remember what they call it now. I'll tell you the show names. It is the RSI new salvage ship, the Salvation, that's correct, I remember it now. So the Carrack, C-A-R-R-A-C-K I believe, but I'll have a look. I do need to open the top hatch, and I can't remember if there's enough room up there. We'll go and have a look first, but there should be. We're going to try and get the little ship inside the big ship. I'm sure it can fit. There's no worries, but I've never done it. I have rented the Carrack before, but the thing is, this is a free rental because we're currently in the DEFCON, Defence Con. Earth time is around. Oh, listen to that home. Earth time is fuses is around 2026.05.25. Ship's clock time is 10:21 AM. The ship's clock time is on Earth's time. So this is the cargo that I've got in 16 SCU boxes. I think I've only got 5 boxes. Let me show you. Well, you can see there's 2 boxes there, none in there. There is an issue apparently with this current Carrack's ship doors, and I will point that out to you. That's for the elevator. So you can open the doors. I'll open both of them so they can see what's going on. Just take this torch off. The ramp itself does not go down. There's no way to get this to raise to the floor. And I would have thought the best way to do that would have had the legs retract, or the body, the main belly of the craft to lower to the ground. But there is a turret under there. I'll just quickly show you. So that, oh, it's a foot. I thought it was a turret. Yes, there is a turret. There it is. So I suppose that would have to retract first before they went into belly up mode. Now this ramp is quite big enough to get several vehicles in, I would suppose. You could easily get, you know, one of the hovercycles in here and the mining vehicles that you needed. So we will check that those are closed. There's only 2 boxes in that side. That's 1, 2. We're just checking the cargo Monkey Fest. We'll close those 2 up. As the other unusual thing on this, when I've done close all doors and open all doors, it does not work. I don't want to fall down there accidentally if I'm running by. So we'll bring the elevator up. And that looks like some smaller cases. All I was able to purchase was what money I had on me. Yeah, a couple of smaller cases. So it does not matter. I've got what I can afford. Simple as that. These are escape pods. And there's corridors downside. We won't do the ship's tour yet, but I'll try and remember where we're going. It's a little bit dark in here. We're just going up to the habitation deck because I know my way to the well, actually, before we go to the actual we will find our way to the main pilot seat. There's two ways to pilot this vehicle. You can do it standing up. Yeah, so I should have gone this way. This is stellar cartography. And we just want to nip out onto the main deck. I want to open the big door really, which I'll show you. This is where we're going to land that little ship, but we're actually going to need the door open first. Or is it... it's one floor down really, actually. Yes, it is. They keep switching the doors around on you. So now we're down here. This is the deck where of course the ship will come in. I want to close that door. I just want to remember that I've kept all the doors closed, that's all. I've noticed a lot of the ship designs have been altered a little bit. I'll leave that door open. For instead of the doors auto opening like this, or having the hovering F for the activation, like this door has, like that, with no visible button, they are changing a lot of the ships around, like my little Aurora MR, my pledge ship, does have a new button to open the door where it used to be one of those hovering Fs. So the roof opens like so. And as I said, we will get down to trying to get that other ship into this compartment. I don't think it will fit. So there's no point in me going to the pilot seat just yet. I was worried that I would have to power the ship on first, but as I remember it, everything works in this ship at different intervals anyway, so we're going back out the way I know. So there might be a quicker way. There are ladders and things that you can get down, but the problem with this ship is there's only one way to enter this ship on foot, and that, or by wheels, and that's by this ramp. Now I might not need this ramp anymore. I won't be coming back in this way. I'll be coming back in via the other thing, so we'll shut that door now. And we're going to jump in the other little ship and fly it up there. See if we can do it without killing ourselves. I just gotta be careful that I do not. Whoa! That was quick. Didn't expect it to be like that. Yeah, plenty of room. I think I'll have it facing the same way as the ship for now. It's very dodgy, very twitchy, this ship. Maybe my mouse is too sensitive. Or my keyboard's too sensitive. I don't think you could keep a ship on the actual landing pad, which is doubles as the roof, of course. I think I could position it better than that. Ooh. That is actually landed. Now this is the big thing. If I shut this roof, do we think I think it will be okay. Yeah, that's gonna go in okay there. So we'll get out and shut the roof. Oh, I might as well let. I forgot to turn the engines off on this thing. Mind you, it could hold it in position, I suppose. Let's try that again. Engines on. Right, I'll leave the rest of the power on though. Okay, now is the big issue. So, emergency access only. Why can't you go out that way? That's what I would want to have known. So, if anything goes wrong, this ship shuts it down. I think the best way to watch this would be from this side window. I don't know. Like a glove. Nothing wrong with that. Perfecto mundo. And I just want to tell all of the people that, you know, they do. This game annoys me. It's a love-hate relationship. Because there's so many times that I die for no reason and lose all my money. That's what I've got now. Let me show you how much I've got. I've got about 12 quid left. 25,000. Because I had $500,000. I've earned over £2 million since the wipe. Well, I've made more than that, but I'm just talking about in the last 24 hours. I earned, or maybe 48 hours. I earned over 2 million alpha UECs, and lost it by buying cargo like I have done. As you see, that cargo is in the hull. That cost me 593,890 total. That's including the loading fee, which was 7,399. The actual amount of stock down there, the loading fee was 1,950. I loaded that at ship's clock time 0944 Earth time. There is so I've just been doing trading, standard trading, and I did a load of mining on another time, so we're going to make our way first to the habitation deck, and I'll just show you that I have my DNA imprint matched in this ship. So I've done quite a lot of missions in this, but in a previous life I did have one of these, access to one from someone's organisation, and I cannot remember who it was. There's the med bay. I can't remember who it was, but thanks to them, you know, they lent me the ship and they never asked for it back, and I was just using it. I was in the rogue and just letting me use it. One of the guys. Hang about. I wanted to do more. I pressed the wrong button, I think. Here we go. Come on. Be very careful. Right, so my regeneration is set to this ship. I set it earlier. I'll just confirm it. Because I did have it set one time. So you've got all these digital assistants and stuff, accessing records, you know, manage the treatment of. I don't want to remove all the imprints on this. So you can have, you know, it takes 5 guys to man this ship, by the way. So I'm flying it on my own. So if I do have any accidents, you know that. So that's one of the ladders that, like a Jeffries tube that runs up and down vertically. Of course, up and down is vertically. Runs vertically through the ship. Just part of the little ship tour that I'm giving you. Obviously, that's the mess room, and it is a mess. Well, it's the conference room, isn't it, as well? But there's no food bar in here, is there? Oh, there is. Just this. And what I would like to see is that they can give you places to put your round swag. I don't think I need my lid on anymore, so I'm going to take my helmet off, and then we will go and have a look in the other side. There's the odd shaped pool table. I reckon it would still work, like, and in this you'd need good gravitational stability to keep the ball still on the table while you're playing, if you're driving around, flying around at Mach 2 or whatever it is. So there's the bunks. There's 6 bunks in here. No, 5 bunks in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it's a 5-man crewed ship. So I would reckon, unless you sleep on the couch, there's the 5 bunks for that. But there is captain's quarters. This is the shower room. And there is a toilet block somewhere. I think the toilet block's over this side. Yeah, toilet block. On the other side of the... So this is all recreational facility at this side. You'd think the table would double. If you press the button, the tabletop would close up for lunch, you know. But I like to have a beer with my sandwich while I'm playing pool, so that wouldn't work for me. And yeah, so many a pint has been spilt on the table when the cue balls dropped in my pan with a plop as I launch it. So you've got all this business. There's nothing much to do in here, just sit in the chair, which I find is a little bit frustrating. So you should be able to contact, have comms on this. They're missing loads and loads of options. So if you're in your private quarters, your comms should not be on. So you might want to bring a teammate in here to have a quiet word with him. Like, we're going to top the passenger, and rob his stuff, type of thing. And once you're in the captain's quarters, you wouldn't hear any of that. So this is the elevator up to the standing controls. I'll just quickly show you. The top deck. There's all the engineering as well I haven't shown yet. There's loads of rooms on this, and there's even a place to fix things. So this is the standing deck. These are for the gunner. I'm not sure if you can connect to the side gunners, and there's another one of those stellar cartography links there. And you can actually fly the ship from this point. I'll sort of just take off and show you. So I did leave it all switched on, of course. And I remembered to shut the doors, as far as I recall. Yeah, there was only the front ramp down, and I shut all the side doors. It doesn't matter if I didn't really, anyway. So I'm going to jump out of this position because there are a few things also that you can't do. I don't know if you can raise the legs and stuff in that position. I'm sure you can, but I want to sit down to use this, and I think I will put my lid back on. Because we're going into outer space, just going for takeoff, just in case I haven't closed all the hatches or what have you. There was something. That is the where we've just been. You can actually see through the floor. It's a bit unusual, I would think. Oh, I wasn't stood on the elevator properly. Yeah, the floor's got this grid to it, and you can actually see through to the lower deck, which is not as obvious when you're it's not as obvious when you're in the lower deck, the lower bridge, which I would argue is the main bridge. Don't see the point of them two there, but it's camaraderie, isn't it? You're in there as well, and you can use the I think it's a co-pilot seat, and yeah, you can sit either side, or you could have two of the co-pilots. One could manage the weapons. The pilot can actually fire the main guns as well. Power on this unit. Get the doors open. I think I've already set my waypoint, because I was going to do this without you lot, and I wasn't going to bring you along. So let me just tap the R again. Right, I didn't put it in properly. So let's go to New Babbage. I normally go to Arc L1, but every time I've been to this is Arc L1 where we are now. I normally go to Area 18, and every time I've been to Area 18, whilst DEFCON is on, everything's chugging along because there's too many people there. And I assume
takeoff complete.
was a bit dodgy. I'm going to turn off my coupled mode and then pop out slowly, keeping it very still because look at how much clearance there isn't. Do you see? This is where the doors close on me. Then we'll take the wheels up, take the bicycle wheels off, and now we can go a little bit faster. See you later, Mark L1. I'll be back. See how that was lagging then a little bit. So, right, I'll get that heading in the right direction.
Shields offline.
We are lagging a little. So I'm going to New Babbage because I feel that I'll stand a chance of landing without getting dragged out of my ship. So the reasons why I've only got the money I've got, it's 57 gigameters away. That's 57 million meters, I think. So we've got plenty of time to have a little walk around. I mean, it's not particularly really quick ship, this one, apparently. What? So now you know why it's a love-hate relationship. Goodbye. What happened to me then? I've come back on the Anvil couch. Something's happened to the front of the ship then. Preferred ICU is unavailable. Yeah, because it's all gone with all my stock. Okay, dokie. So I've just lost all my money again and I'm down to 25 grand. So now I'm back down to box missions at 50k. When I had probably 100k's worth of stuff in my hold and I was going to go and play out at New Babbage. And then you wonder, should I try it again? Because, you know, I've got a rented Carrack. So now I'm back at Area 18. So what even happened? Do you know what I mean? There's no explanation of what happened. How can I avoid that? All I was doing was lining up for a quantum jump. I pressed to go to quantum. There was nothing in front of me. And the next thing I know, I wake up dead. I had thought it's because I've got a bit of lag on my computer and all that, but generally my computer works okay, you know. Yes, it's a bit laggy, but don't forget now I've got some tabs open. I've closed as many as I can, which I'm not needing. I've also got OBS running and streaming live. So this type of laggy thing here doesn't often work. Doesn't often happen as much as it is doing. It's happening more because I'm of course in a place now what there's loads of people here because it's Area 18, where the DEFCON is. And now I've just lost all my stock. So now I'm back down to and I rented that RSI Salvation. That cost me 25 grand, I think. No, 31 grand to rent. Alright, I can call it back in again. It's not the point really, is it? This is the annoying listening to this systemic chatter in the background. It always seems to put me on the floor where this is happening, and it really gets on my nerves. Well, you best not having any of that systemic chat. So anyway, so now it's lagging too much. It is a bank holiday Monday, so everybody and his dog will be on. I bet his dog's playing Star Citizen as well. So the internet will be overdosed with people, and literally I just can't move in the game, so I'll have to stop my stream. So thank you very much for watching. Anyway, you can see the problems we're having currently in Star Citizen. The game itself isn't bad, it's just that I wish they'd fix things like whatever happened to my Carrack. You know what happened just now? Don't even know. There's no, report, crash investigation like they should say to you. Authorities have noted there was an explosion outside of area Arc L1, and it was this was discovered that it was due to a they could say it in space talk, couldn't they? You'd have to translate it. Like this was due to a time continuum episode in which the the main antagonist in the sector Q from Star Trek decided to obliterate a few people, including this ship. Just one of many actions that have been taken in the area. We are still trying to catch up with the culprit. Somebody must have put a bomb on the ship. Anyway, I'm done. I don't think I want to play more today, but I just might. I don't know. I've got to get some money back now because all I've got on me is the 25k. I'll show you. Apparently I can't show you. Everything's locked up. Okay. Well, you did see it earlier on in the screen. I had 25,000 left. 25,501. We're gone. Knew that was happening. Sorry about that.